And man, this cavern that I think we're in probably would be giving me foot fungus.
Alright. Oh, perfect timing, dog. You parked right as you said it.
He's our board that does like that.
So, welcome everyone to our Waterdeep game. First opening announcements. Our ambient sounds are brought to you by Sirenscape. The link in the, or not necessarily a link, but the address is above Scotty said. It's a wonderful thing. All your sound needs have fantasy, sci-fi, modernish. You pay about $10.99 or so, 11-ish American dollars for basically unlimited access. As long as you make sure you plugging them throughout your thing. You can use it for streaming and YouTube and stuff like that. So long as it's not the predominant thing you're doing. In other words, you can't just stream the soundtrack on YouTube and call it that. You got to actually use it for stuff. It's wonderful. We've been using it for a while. It's got our favorite stuff now. Oh, it didn't work.
Including cows.
There you go.
There we go.
I finally found the Wilhelm scream on Sirenscape. Yes.
Oh, it is on Sirenscape.
Yes. You have to download a specific sound set, and it gives it the Wilhelm scream to all your sound sets. So they have a few universal sound things, but you got to download what the initial one. This one was called Tavern Brawler. Or
Nice.
Tavern Brawl. One of the two. If you download that, Wilhelm scream for everything.
Oh, cool.
And so we're set for the best.
He grabbed that treat so gently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see, any other pregame? We probably should announce that today will be the last, more than likely the last day. Alexis is joining us. She has a real life outside of us.
What? That's crazy talk.
I know.
Just all day,
Lies.
every day, D&D.
I know. 24/7.
And that was me a couple of weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, she's always welcome to come back for guest spots, or if she ever gets a ton of free time, it's like, man, I need to kill some time.
Just show up and
Yeah, absolutely.
show up and smack patients once or twice and then leave.
Just a nice amount of work. So, those are some pre-game announcements. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
All right.
Okay. So, where we left off, Rogh and Thana, I believe, were walking into Trollshun's place.
Troll sharing, really. Oh, that's right. We were debating why there is a wizard troll and wondering if that's actually Manchun or something else. Yeah. Why
just a
why is it just us two idiots walking into the Oh, because we're sneaky.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sneaky. I'm
guess
Kling
so.
Clang.
Checks.
You already did last week.
Oh, cool.
I remember them.
Cool, I didn't.
As in, I wrote them down.
Stealth, patience, full plate.
I mean, stealth, patience, anything also is applicable.
Being quiet, patience.
So as you guys walk in, the troll is standing there like, you don't need to be sneaky. I know you're here.
Oh, cool.
Is he holding his head like he has a headache?
Yeah, he's just kind of like reading a book. He's like, you and your friends can come in.
Now I think of it, I did mind spike him last time, didn't I?
I'm just looking at Rogh. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know if are we talking to him or are we just gonna punch?
I know
I
where
mean, clearly he knows we're here. You don't think he's just talking to the air.
If I mind spiked him last time, I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah.
I would be able to know where he's at.
He's right there.
So-
he's in the next room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the fact that Patience isn't with us.
Oh, he's only like a couple feet behind you with everyone else.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I stayed behind because yeah.
I'm looking at Rogh. I'm like, are we talking or are we fighting? I'm not the face here, okay?
I mean, it's just. I guess we're also going to look around and gesture the rest of the men.
Yes. Hello, adventurers.
Dana is taking several steps away from the party because it occurs to me that we're in a room with a wizard, and it's probably not the best idea to be standing right next to each other.
Chink 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 chink. Hey guys, what's up?
Yes. Simple, basic spells are the best.
I'm not sure how to answer that, sir. You would be Manchun, correct?
Was once a man named Mansoon.
And now?
Still technically Mansoon, but I'm not quite him anymore.
I see that.
You can
Are you
call me
alright?
Tim.
Wow.
Tim Soon.
Wow, Tim. Surprised you stayed here of all places.
Well, I've got a problem.
Clearly.
Why? There's a delay, sorry.
I think you're good.
Okay. I mean, it sounds fine to me.
Okay, test. Okay.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Like I would say something, and it was like 30 seconds later, I see my picture speak. So.
So I believe last time we had talked about this, we had discussed maybe bringing Manchun back to the city, but when we said that, we expected he would be in a block of ice. Because I think the idea was we could bring him to the Blackstaff and she could figure out what he knows.
My lair was damaged. My spellbook incomplete. Brain hurts.
Patience looks back at everybody like,
With what I remember about Manchun, and someone else is going to have to roll this because I forgot to grab my dice tower and I'm going to have to go run and get it. But would Rogh think that possibly bringing back Troll Shun to try and work alongside the Blackstaff would be a sane idea?
Yeah, I'm curious too, honestly.
I'm not sure if that's wisdom or intelligence.
I mean, like, bringing a troll into the city is probably not the best idea, but we did specifically tell the Blackstaff that if we could return with a captured Manchun, we would do so.
Well, what if we came back with a compliant Manchun? That'd be even better.
Maybe. He's still a Manchun that can cast spells and fuck people up, but yeah, I guess.
Yes, take me back. No wild magic.
I mean, he's got a point.
Fix self and take revenge.
Okay, but you need to offer us protection in exchange for bringing you to some place where you can recover.
Protection against.
Your other self. We
What
got
other
ourselves in a
self?
bit of a spot with another Manchun. There's another clone of you walking around in the water deep.
Nah, I killed them all.
No, not this one. Or at least he's a very
Bad
convincing
news.
imposter, if not.
I guess bad news. There's quite a few of you.
We were sent to come collect you.
Collect me like a toy?
No, more like he wanted your head, but we were actually going to try and bring you in alive, but not for him, for the Blackstaff. And I'm thinking perhaps if you'd like to take your revenge, we could help you do that. But in exchange, we'd need protection from the other Manchun, because the only thing strong enough for a Manchun is another Manchun.
Oh, there's other people, but you need my head?
No,
No,
I don't think so. The
We're
Blackstaff, I
not
think, would
going
probably
to behead you.
we're
not
just
have a
bringing
problem.
you back. We just want an
Mm.
assurance that you're not going to fireball us the second we turn our back.
Patient
No
stands
promises.
questionably with handcuffs. Just like, not sure if he should be cuffing him or.
Would handcuffs even fit on him? He's a troll.
I was going to say provocation is probably
Paladin
not what.
has a pair, surprisingly. That works well for that.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
going
yeah,
to say I have a magical pair.
We actually get to use it for its attendant purposes for once.
For change.
Wait, do you have dimensional shackles?
No, it's just
Okay, I
size
was about-
changing shackles.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
holy
Jesus.
shit.
We wish.
I cannot leave.
Why not?
Well, why not?
We can take your stuff.
My stuff. Goes over, opens a passage in the wall. You just see a room full of random shit. It's like a hoarder's paradise. My stuff.
Well, in specific, what was it? Your mask, and there was a gauntlet, I think, possibly.
What gauntlet?
I don't.
I have claws. Or are they hands? Hands or claws?
Claws on the ends of hands, perhaps.
Oh, wow. He goes,
So-
her patience has had a random pile of stuff in the hoard, and he pulls off this piece of paper where it would totally be like, this is where vinyls would be stored. And he's like, wow, look, it's a ballad from Divide 41. Interesting.
He's got newspapers from Waterdeep that's like 200 years old.
Hey, who's this Blackstaff? I don't recognize him.
There's only one black staff. Gilbarn.
Is it like a Hogwarts kind of newspaper where it's like a moving picture?
Nah,
Aw.
they don't waste magic on that shit.
Okay.
So, like, out of character, I legit forgot, besides the mask, what we needed to be bringing in.
The body of Manchun's clone, which is apparently now a troll. Also, hi, Foxhorse.
Hi. The Black Network wanted him dead and wanted his spellbook and any magic items he had with him.
Ah,
Wow,
So-
they're demanding.
I feel certain that the Blackstaff would also appreciate those things.
thank you.
Okay, I'll make a deal. Go back. Give me a scroll of teleport. Come back with it, and it'll be good.
Good for what?
Money. I'll give you money for it.
Why would we give you a scroll of teleport?
So I can teleport back to home.
That wasn't part of the deal.
I didn't say it was part of your deal. I'm making a new deal. Pray I don't make new ones.
Yeah, we're kind of here to take you in, not to
Just
give
trying,
No
you a
offense,
try
but
and
we're good
jail-free
on
card.
money.
trying so hard not to quote that line.
Hmm?
I've altered a deal. Pray I do not alter it further.
But you are a friend, yes?
Of each other, yeah.
At this point, sir, I think I'd rather leave our nature of our relationship a little bit indefinite. So far we've had
Indefinite friends. Friends forever. You help me, I help you. Scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Oh, with this
Oh.
close, you're not.
What kind of magic back scratcher for that?
back scratch.
Oh,
Hmm.
You know, far be it from me to inconvenience somebody, but I really do think we could all have this resolved if we just travel together.
We could do that.
It would take as long for us to come back, go away, come
I'm
back,
certain.
roll, and then teleport home as it would for us to just go together in the first place.
But wait, but for teleport, you wouldn't be able to take all your stuff. You could only take you and what you could carry.
teleportation circle.
Oh, then you don't need teleport then.
I don't have the spells.
He
My
only has.
spell book is limited. They stole my real one and left me an apprentice spell book. I have been researching new spells, but brain of troll weak.
Hmm.
A dimension door.
Oh, that's a fun one.
Except when the wild magic fucks it over. I spent 2 days in a wall.
Ow.
That sounds unpleasant.
How?
It was. Especially when I regenerate like a troll. So I was constantly dying and feeling my bones crush until I managed to break out.
That's pretty metal, I'm not gonna lie.
Good on you.
Yes. Like part of me in the wall, but yeah, that grew back.
Wait, where?
Wall.
Is it like visible? I'm thinking out of character theories about troll, where it's like, oh, well, another part of him is somewhere else. Would it grow another troll shoe?
That is terrifying.
It's
I
always a
think troll
terrifying concept for trolls.
The troll always comes back from the largest piece. So if he's still alive, then it won't regenerate because he's the largest piece. But if we cut him up into 1,000,000 tiny pieces, he still only gets to be one troll shoon out of all the pieces. From whichever is biggest.
In 5th edition, it's a variant rule. That's why I'm like, Attack of the Troll Shoons.
Okay, how about this? You give me all your stuff to join my stuff, and I let you go.
No, that's not really a deal either.
Is this troll thing a curse?
Oh, wild magic.
Terry.
Ah, that explains why the wall is barking at us.
It used to be a person. Polymorph, man. Don't try.
Violet's gonna like cross her arms and be like, for what it's worth, I think we should just arrest this person and go with our original plan and go back to the Grey Staff.
Haven't committed any crime? As you look into his room and see the corpses of dozens of farmers in various phases of decay. I haven't done anything.
There's a thing in the chat, Kevin.
Perhaps you should hide the evidence better next time.
Oh, well,
Oh boy. Oh no. Oh.
Oh, that's right. Fucking wild magic.
Ah shit. Ah shit.
Good job.
For those wondering, Rogh just put in the chat that he used a sleight of hand check to cast haste on Thana.
He got really high on it, so I'm sure
If
Troll
you
Shoon didn't see
fireball
it.
me.
It'll be all of us.
Patience will be like, did it just get warm in here?
Is this how the campaign ends? Everyone dies alongside me.
Yeah, with a bang instead of a whistle.
I mean, it's gonna be a whistle as the fireball flies, and then it's gonna be a bang.
I was imagining just Thanos' fist flying through his face, but yeah, okay.
She explodes, and her fist, as part of the explosion, just like the debris of her fist hits his face from explosion.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you got to roll d20, Mr. Caster.
Yeah. 4.
You said 4? Roll percentile.
Okay. 56.
Okay. So, as you're discussing, Rogh, he subtly tries to cast a spell, but the subtle says, screw you. And a bright flash of light and sound go off. And as it goes too, you guys are in water deep.
Oh, fuck nuts.
Wait, who's okay? What do you mean
The
by
whole group,
define we?
everyone, and part of Troll soon.
Part?
Yeah, you just see his arms like.
I'm gonna go over and pick up the arm, turn around, eyes like saucers, and say, that wasn't supposed to happen.
What did you do?
I think he cast a spell.
I just tried to
It
cast
was
it.
still really fast. It's still
I
really
fucking
fast.
forgot. I fucking forgot.
Patience looks at the arm. Is the arm just like?
Yeah, it's moving a little. It's just like.
Does it look like it's regenerating at all?
You don't really see any regeneration from it, but it's trying to poke at Rogh since you picked up, and it's just kind of holding. It's like.
Is it like a bokoblin arm when you're got it stowed? It's like grabbing your ass.
Harry, what is up with you today, buddy?
He hears you growling.
So where in Waterdeep are we?
Right in front of the actual one.
Oh
That'd
yeah.
be funny.
Oh, Jesus.
You appear to be in front of Ocher's North Ward District. So about a block or two from your house. Actually, a couple blocks.
So
I could run really quickly to the Blackstaff and tell her that apparently Manchun is now Troshun.
There's been a complication, yes, I think.
My cart.
Wait, didn't we get to a fucking sending stone?
When I said everyone but most of Trosoon and Ocher.
Oh, shit. Well, he's dead.
Easy way to put him out of the session.
Campaign for a while. Jesus.
Terry,
It's
are
fucking
you
sad.
serious right now? That's just...
sorry, I didn't hear what Kev said from Terry.
Our
Come here, Terry.
guest character got left behind.
Yeah.
Oh.
The other half-orc. But this one's
Yeah.
but the barbarian.
That's our guard dog who's just sitting in the window of the tavern growling at us because we're back and the kids apparently keep tormenting him and wanting to play, and he's like, no, I don't want to play anymore. I'm tired.
It looks like we brought a treat too, in his eyes.
Oh shit, we brought a fucking regenerating bone.
Chew forever.
That's so gross.
Dude, that's a dog's paradise now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I could use one.
It's the perfect chew toy.
You do have back at your house the folded birds. It'd be quicker.
I mean, we gave a sending stone to the Blackstaff so that we could call her.
Beep boop beep boop boop.
Ooh. Who do you accept a collect call from?
Would you it's like, would you accept a call from? Wait, am I supposed to say my name here or boop?
Please leave a message in the form of 25 words or less. You may respond to this message.
The response back to your messages. Meet you at your tavern.
I guess we're going home.
But my cart.
I mean, we're probably going back there for what it's worth.
Might as well take a break, I guess.
New half-orc friend.
Oh yeah, no, he's totally dead.
Meanwhile, back at the place, Trosoon, my arm! And Ocher's like, hi, cards?
Nailed it. Perfect.
He's like, king card. And then the barbarian's like, I can't read. Oh wait, no, this is 5th edition, never mind.
Yeah, his intelligence isn't quite that low, I don't think.
Well, in the 3rd edition, it didn't matter what your intelligence was. In Barbarian, you just did not get innately the ability to
Rewrite.
read.
You had to
Right.
spend a skill slot on it, or a skill
I
point.
thought I forgot that read write was a skill in 3.5.
Yeah, everything was.
That's fair.
Oh, you need to go to the bathroom. Skill check.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you failed. Wow.
It's true though. Why are you being such a needy bastard today, son?
I don't know. So, as you guys get back to your tavern, one day I would pronounce her name right. Enya.
Ina.
Enya.
You know.
You see her, like, as you guys are coming, she runs from the ice cream shop and it's like, you guys are back!
Everything okay?
Yeah, I was gonna go talk to them to help the kids, the orphans. I took them to your family's house.
Yeah?
They were the family, your brother and sister, they went to the holdings out the city for a couple weeks.
Yes.
So I thought it'd be nifty to take them there so that we could just run around.
Get on with it, woman. Where are the kids?
They went into the forbidden corridor.
What's in the forbidden corridor? Also,
I don't know.
also-
Only people who are officially family can enter through the door, and you adopted them officially.
Also, that is a very
Oh.
suggestive name in the house.
So without your brother and sister there, I couldn't enter. The barrier stopped me.
I did not expect the government paper to actually allow them that.
It's a
Magic
from
is done
the-
by a rule of technicalities.
I think it's a gift from the goddess Seamorph, goddess of nobility, very popular amongst us. Any legal binding contract in the city is legally binding by blood too.
Wait, can you make us legally your family and we could go?
No.
Violet, you need to adopt all of us.
No. That is not happening.
But we got.
Is there multiple marriages in Waterdeep?
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a polyamorous couple on or triad on Trorskull Alley.
I will say that in lieu of saying otherwise, sure. Though it does get some legal, like nowadays.
Complications.
Yeah, you got to make sure you divide the stuff evenly in case of death and everything. But other than that, you're good.
Now I'm really wishing Patience knew the spell ceremony.
Okay, just to be clear, no one's becoming my wife or my child. My family is not going to tolerate that. We are not doing that. I'm going to.
Well, we can't bloody well marry the kids.
I'm going to deal with the kids. They're fine. Nothing's going to happen to them. They just lock themselves in.
I mean, for what it's worth, for 1 minute, I am really fast.
Patience gets really close to Violet and says, "Are they in danger?"
No.
Have you ever been in the
forbidden section.
danger hallway?
No. It's
No
forbidden.
one died in the forbidden section, so they're not in danger.
Well, we have new priorities. As Patience turns around and starts heading towards Violet's house.
God damn it.
Cool. Dan is gonna take off fucking running.
Whoa! Wow, you're fast. Holy crap!
Hang on, math.
You cannot get into there without me?
He's still
We're
going.
running for nothing.
He's still going.
It's Thor Ragnarok when Thor arrives and Skull's like, I gotta announce you, and Thor just flies. And he's like,
I can move 120 feet around right now.
Even
more than. Oh, sorry. If I spend my key points, I can. Oh no, that is spending key points. Yeah.
I like to think your running look, like your actual running looks normal, but you're like a video game character where the animation's slower than it should be. So like your character's moving way faster than how your running animation looks.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so correction. If I don't spend a key point, I can move 120. If I do spend a key point, I can run 160.
So where in the Sword Coast is she currently? I'm sure if she
Tasted monks, man.
I'm sure if she runs for 30 minutes, she might be in Neverwinter.
Run by an old dwarf. He's like, I remember when our people were slower than most people, but no.
I mean, I still am. I just
now we got
am a
these
monk.
monks. And another guy's like, but there were monks before your time. Shut up.
Monks don't fit the theme of Western fantasy. Ah.
They became popular because of Kung Fu the Legend. No, just Kung Fu at the time. It was
Yeah.
a popular show.
Yeah. So I assume when I get to the house, everything looks normal.
Patience casts fly so he can keep up with you.
Oh,
2 hours later, Rogh and Violet.
I'm not gonna run.
When I get to the house, I'm going to sit down on the stairs and rest because I am exhausted for one turn.
Patience flies like he's Neo from the Matrix, minus the bunch of cars and shit behind him.
Nice.
You just fly and a horse you just see glass shatter on the horse as it goes.
Windows just like rattle, separate the sound barrier. No, I'm not that fast.
Banner, check chat.
I feel like we need a greater fly speed that makes you like that fast. It's like an 8th level spell or something. That'd be great.
So, you'll eventually arrive at the topmost house.
I presume everything looks normal from the outside?
Quieter than normal.
Good.
Is the door open?
To the actual house?
Yep.
No, it's closed.
Okay.
Is it unlocked?
Woo! Knock, 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 knock.
A few moments later, you just see the door open and the butler's like, sorry.
Where are the
We're trying
kids?
to open another door. Oh, Mistress Violet, you and your friends.
Where are the kids?
In the forbidden corridor.
Patient starts to walk through.
Yeah, I'm walking in the direction he pointed.
You guys know where you're going, right?
No,
I mean,
I'm
no
still
idea.
going forward.
Yeah, well, maybe wait for 2 seconds.
They all walk in, start going to the west, and you're like,
The other way.
Patience flips over, like he just moves the table off from the side wall to see if there's a hidden door there.
I'll walk them to where the secret entrance is.
You see the door. It's a nice.
Wow, there's a lot of leather around here.
Yeah,
wrong
I
house,
thought that
wrong
too.
house.
Yeah, wrong house actually. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the other one you guys were in.
the other one that the kids were in. Oh God.
So you get to the door. Violet, you know the store. You were never allowed in it. Because even with the protective wards, they still had it locked for most of the time. And they were just like, never go in there. It's for your safety. Dangerous past there. So, here you are. In front of the door.
I presume it doesn't have locks now.
Yeah, it looks like the kids unlocked it. Probably found the key in your sister's bedroom.
Is there a
You know how kids
visible
are.
magic word on it?
None that you can see, but it might be when the door actually tries to open.
Oh, I'm going to try and push it open.
Right. As you push it, It opens and you see the corridor in front of you. It's full of cobwebs and dust. Oddly enough, you don't see footprints from kids, which should be in the dust on the floor.
Squidley? I'm trying to remember the other kids' names.
Wow.
Usually it's Kevin that can't
Nat-
remember, but
Nat
yeah,
and
Nat.
Jinx.
I was pretty sure it was Nat, the deaf one, and then Jinx. Jinx, yes.
Yeah.
Squiggly, other two.
No, not tieflings.
Wow.
No, but he's definitely like
You're very faint.
he's the dumb mom in Jurassic Park 3 that is just shouting the kid's name but doing jack shit and just like not helping at all.
You shouldn't be screaming. What?
God,
I'm going
I
to
hated her
disturb the
character.
dust on the floor, see what happens.
As you disturb it, after a few seconds, it just kind of goes back to where it was.
Okay.
That's some spooky shit. Dana's gonna very carefully put her finger over the threshold. See if
You
anything
just, like-
happens.
As you hit, it goes.
Ah, shit.
Oh, well, that is nifty. I didn't know that would happen.
At least it didn't disintegrate her finger.
I mean, I've got more. That's why I did a finger and not anything else. Was I gonna put my head in there?
Did you
It's good.
sneeze out of yourself? Yeah, but you're pretty sure you just have to give them permission to enter and they can go through the barrier.
Patience's face is on it like it's a glass pane window.
I give patients permission to enter.
He
And
falls.
you allow it.
He falls through. Yeah.
I have a passive perception of 16. Did I hear the kids respond to patience?
Yes, you heard a very quiet patience.
So anyone got some light, maybe?
I activate my flame tongue sword.
Okay, that works.
It shows like light like a torch.
I'm gonna scout ahead, and I move ahead with my tiefling eyes.
Scout with your heavy plate mail.
Yeah, so
With
as
my
you guys-
with my very Viking-esque looking plate mail with like wolf fur lining and all that. Cause
as you
tier.
walk in, the
Oh
door
God, your breath is
behind
rank.
you just slowly goes.
And now we're in a demiplane.
Violet, your
from the
house
material
is
realm.
spooktastic.
Oh, I mean, it's not technically my house anymore, but
He's
Hey.
adopted.
Hey, is that silver? Is that like a mist I see coming over? Oh,
Sit. Sit.
so what does this place look like?
Looks spooky.
Yes, it's a little spooky.
please
You know, it goes down about 20 feet or so. 20 feet or yeah, about 20 feet. And there's two doors and two doors. It looked like this was designed to be a bedroom suite on this side of the house, but it's been blocked off for quite a while.
I'm just gonna try the first door on the right.
Alright. Okay. Just give me 1 second here. No, that's right.
Oh yeah, Patience probably wouldn't call out for Nat because she can't hear him.
Yeah, you yelled for Squidly.
He would yell out for both Squidly and Jinx.
Squidly, Jinx, Nat. Oh, sorry, Nat. You can't hear me. Squidly. All right, so you go to the first and you open it and you see inside.
A dog.
Yes.
Oh no, it's a death dog.
It looks like a nice, what used to be a kid's bedroom. Probably. Oh damn, dear.
Definitely Death Dog.
Definitely Death Dog.
And you see this 3 kids just dressed in like very fancy clothing, sitting around a table with old decaying food in front of them, and
Oh,
They're not our kids, are they?
they're here, 3 there. And
Jinx?
yeah, Jinx is like, hi.
Are you okay?
No,
What's going on?
the ghost told us to sit here and eat our food, and we can't leave till the food's been ate.
Okay.
As he looks at the maggot fool. Or the,
I'm also doing sign language at the same time I'm talking. I'm asking where's the ghost.
they're just trying to like, where's the gas?
No, I'm saying it in common. I'm doing sign language so that Nat can understand me as well.
You know, thieves can't. Does Thana know thieves can't?
I do, but the children don't.
Leave it up to the universe, but thieves can't be sign language. So. No.
Well, I already learned sign language before I took my level of Rogue.
Okay.
It's not sign language. But yeah.
Yeah, it's specific to Nat.
So I'm not gonna do this, but I do have something called aid, which I was reading the description. It just says bolsters your allies with toughness and resolve. Choose up to 3 creatures, and I just had the idea to give them resolve to eat food.
oi,
Get
oi.
on. I'm not gonna do that though.
You might have another option.
Yeah.
You might have another option. Do you know purify food and drink?
Nah, that's not in my repertoire.
It's a paladin spell. The last time. I
Yeah,
checked.
but if it's not prepared, then
I mean,
also why would she prepare it?
well, I think now she's got a reason to prepare it. Was it just take like a long rest?
Yeah, but for the meantime, the kids are stuck here in a creepy room with a ghost.
Aye, but we can give her some feed and fight off a ghost. Come on.
All right,
I'm not making the kids eat that. That's disgusting.
all right, kids, it's not safe here. Let's go.
We know. We came in because we thought it was fun, but then the ghost trapped us. He said we can't leave until we eat the food, like good children.
All right, what is this ghost?
She's behind you.
And turn around!
You see a Waterhavian noblewoman, clothing about 150, 200 years out of date, probably predating Spell Plague, almost like slightly first edition era.
So she looks
Well,
more
we're dead.
Renaissance noble instead of Victorian noble, like
Yeah.
they do now. Okay.
Violet, you, because there's portraits everywhere in the house, you think this might be Hyara Talmos the First, who your sister is named after. She was known for being very domineering, controlling, and vindictive to those who hurt or harmed the family.
Was there anyone right behind Patience? Besides this ghost, of course.
I mean, we're all probably clustered into the same general area.
Yeah.
Thana is not behind him because I wouldn't be able to see shit. I just see your armor-plated ass.
I'm like the Spaceballs guys. I have little plates on each cheek.
Yeah.
Well, if he knows he wouldn't hit, if he knows only the ghost would be directly behind him, he would extend his palm out behind him and cast Sacred Flame.
Alright. So, initiative then.
Why?
Going straight up fight.
I was
Because-
gonna ask.
There was a ghost that kidnapped our kids.
This is also my ancestor.
And we're putting your ancestor to rest. As they should be.
Fucking brutal, man.
No.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Really good.
I would expect you to do the same if I was a ghost.
You will be after this.
Oh boy.
Probably. Actually, no, I got like human aging, so it would have to do that a lot, I think. Oh, middle-aged patients, oh boy.
Yeah, he said chewy ghost. We're bone zoned, yo.
Obviously, I'm not using the stats. You'd be dead already.
Tui, oh, he's immune to everything? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Or she's immune to everything?
Yes.
Let's see. What's my initiative bonus?
So basically, what happens is Violet opens her mouth and says, "Oh, Tom was the first. What a pleasure!" And you just take it to flame.
Ghost! Fuck off, ghost!
He needs to make a dex save.
Hold on.
He needs initiatives first.
Yep.
Putting him in the chat.
Don't worry, Patience is very alert and on it.
What's Thanos?
I got a 21.
21.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay, I guess.
He is
So-
hugging his toy right now underneath the table.
So, what would normally be the surprise round actually starts off with Rogh. As you see Patience basically like, and everything slows down to that 6-second combat in D&D.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
That's your job as the bard, my friend.
What do I remember about ghosts just from combat? Like, would that be Arcana or what?
Yeah.
We fought a ghost before, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said to remember, because I don't remember how that actual fight went.
I got
So
old.
that's going to be a 15 on that check.
Don't use necrotic.
Don't use necrotic. Okay, that's helpful. All right. In that case, yeah. All right. He's just not going to have any time or waste any time fucking around with this thing. He is going to wiggle his hands and fingers in a very strange way, and between his fingers comes the hypnotic pattern, and she needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
What does hypnotic pattern do?
If they fail the save, they become charmed for the duration of a minute and incapacitated and have a speed of 0. So she will just stand there, stoned off her ass.
Is that a single target?
Yeah. No, it's actually an AOE, but we've only got one in the room, so
Give me a second here.
it's with 30-foot cube. But I'm putting her at the, at the boundary line, so it won't get any of that.
All right. So you cast it, and it seems to have no effect upon her.
Wow. You beat a 15, huh?
Or is immune to charmed.
Well, fuck. My knowledge check proved for useless. That was my last third level slot.
Well, you never actually did a lot against the last one.
All right. Well, he's going to swear to jump backwards
Okay.
and then use bardic inspiration on Patience.
He may or may not need it.
Donna's turn.
Does this ghost look like it's looking at us with murderous intent?
It might be now.
It seems a bit angry. When you first turned around, it just seemed kind of chillish, like, looking like, who are these people? Now it's like,
I'm
seems to be a
torn
little
because,
big.
like, I want to respect Violet's ancestors, but at the same time,
I think
If I
Patience
hold
kind of
my
made that
action-
decision for us.
if I hold my action, then I don't get my full range of badassness. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna stand in front of. I'm just standing right in front of her, and I'm gonna hold my action. And if she looks like she's gonna take a swing at any of my friends, I'm gonna punch the shit out of her, or stab her. And also, we don't want any trouble. We just want to take our kids home.
I think Violet gets to go before me.
So
The ghost.
Oh no, he said ghost goes next.
Oh, okay.
oh,
Oh boy, this is fine.
Yeah, she's like, you dare violate the sanctity of my house! And ghosts have so much less they can do nowadays.
Right? They're still really powerful for their CR, but still.
do I get to answer, or is she just gonna fire blast us?
Well,
He's also just looking at our options.
yeah. Or she's just angry at the moment. She's like, violated me.
She's gonna try to look all spooky.
I mean, I feel like she already does that.
Extra spooky.
I'm thinking like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, so as she's a bit angry, everybody wisdom save.
No, boy. Oh no.
Let's see. Patience, wisdom. Okay.
Sorry, it's fine. The DC's not that high.
Yeah. Sure.
Are you holding her head, cat?
I got an 8.
Wisdom save?
Don't give me your modifier, Thana. Just tell me what you rolled.
I got a 4.
A 4? Okay, wait.
Oh no, on the dice, I got a 1.
Okay,
I got 18.
I'm thinking the Sorcerer Divine Soul, my bad. I was gonna try to give you that extra 2d4 bonus, but I don't have that.
You do have Bardic Inspiration on yours.
I do?
No, Patience has.
Oh, well, I think I'm not the one that needs it currently.
Even then, I don't know if it would save me from 4.
All right. So, what did Patience get?
He got 22.
All right, so Violet and Patience are totally fine. As she gets real angry and you see her like eyes glow a bit, but Thana and Rogh, you're frightened. You're just like, whoa! And you aged 30 years.
Jesus
Each.
Christ.
Because
Oh,
of how much
Well,
you
I'm
thought.
fine. Rogue, on the other hand.
You're like,
It's a half
ah! Hey, my beard's back.
He's in his 50s now.
I mean, he's a half-elf, so I'm not sure how much that really means.
I mean, you still age at the same rate humans do. You just live like maybe 20, 25 years longer.
50's like 40 for them. You got a little bit of gray for me.
Thana is now 117 years old and still hasn't even gotten anywhere near middle age.
Suddenly you feel like you haven't done the things that you should have done in your younger years, and you need to go and buy a fancy water vehicle. As you're having a crisis in your mid
Now it's
times.
Violet's turn.
Um,
I want to find a nice girl and settle down. What?
we did not mean to transgress. I am Violet Talmost of House Talmost, your humble. What's the opposite of ancestor?
Descendant.
Isn't it?
Descendant. I'm your humble descendant. And these are my children. And she points at the cricket.
It's like, you don't seem like a true descendant of mine. You don't recall
Racist.
Orc being in the bloodline.
First edition.
And you don't seem that old to have these 3 as your children, as she points to Patience.
That's what I initially thought as well.
Also, Patience probably just looks like a straight up fiend for her.
And so
Probably.
did Quidley.
Yeah. Whatever. Anyway.
I was gonna say is I don't mean to presume about the ethnicity of House Talmos, but I think maybe the only one at the table that might even look like a blood relative would probably be Nat.
Well, all I'm going to answer is that
Human.
a lot of time has passed since you passed away.
Yes, centuries have passed, and that blue fire screwed shit up. Yes. So, talking's free. We'll see what patience does, and this will determine the rest of the
Well,
continued combat.
he was sacred flame.
But as they're talking, do you cancel?
It's all within the 6 seconds I'm casting it. So dex save.
Oh my god.
Well, now it's 21.
Okay, nothing happens.
She's like, you say you'll bring with the family, but look at this guy.
Patience! Don't make me use command.
Sorry, I'm trying to
patience
look
chilling?
up something.
Ah, okay.
And then every single time something types in Zoom, my entire computer lags profusely for some reason.
Oh wow, sorry. That sucks.
Let's see. And
Maybe because you're streaming?
Yeah, that's definitely why. I'm looking up a spell. It's like one of those weird lettered ones where there's maybe like 3 spells with that letter. Okay, here we go.
What spell is it?
There we go. Okay. Nope. All right. Patience looks angry.
Well,
Um,
And that was his action to cast Sacred Flame.
and Violet is gonna
his
put a hand in front of you.
is
Oh,
to
wow.
impede himself in front of the kids as a shield.
Patience. Just have some patience.
I mean, he's just doing the exact same thing Thana did, just putting ourselves between them and them and the kids.
use the safe word. So,
What happens next?
Rogh, you doing anything?
I'm scared as fuck. I'm cowering behind Violet.
Are
I
you coward?
am also scared. I cannot move closer to her.
Mm-hmm.
A single line
I'm-
appears on your face.
I'm doing the same thing. I'm holding my action. If she makes any threatening moves toward my friends, I'm gonna try and stab her.
Well, as you can see, you've got my friends quite frightened. They were just concerned
make
for
it
the
a-
safety of the children.
Give me 1 second here. Need to increase this so I can actually read.
Oh yeah, do we get a new wisdom save at the end of our turns for frightened?
Yes.
Not using that dice again.
Ooh, that was much better.
Oh, same.
Okay, 18. Yes.
17.
Good. You have become disenfrightened.
Unfrightened. Great. Awesome.
Alright.
Okay. So, everyone's putting stuff in chat, so I'm like,
Yeah, sorry.
So, it's the ghost turn, and she's just like, if you refrain from violence in this house, I will talk and not kill you where you stand. As she looks straight at Patience.
Okay, I am I'm going to use the. I'm not going to use the band because I think that would be mean, but I'm going to use command and for patience, and I'm going to say halt. And that was a wisdom saving throw.
That headband thing I have.
Yeah, I'm not. Violet doesn't want to abuse it.
I mean,
You're
Literally,
wasting
this is
spell
what it's for.
slots to do the same thing.
This is
Yeah.
literally what that's for.
Yeah.
Like, this was the reason we got this for him, was so you could do this.
It would be essentially the same thing, just without you spending a spell slot.
Yeah. Not to mention that's a spell slot we can't use to see heal if for some reason the kids get hurt.
Yeah, if Granny
Okay.
gets mad again.
He halts.
Okay, you halt. And Violet just stands there still. Yeah, we are not going to do anything. I do not intend to fight you.
Uh, Are we off initiative or are we still on?
We can be off unless you guys want to start.
No. The Rogh would go over and check on the kids and make sure they're unharmed.
We're unharmed, but we don't want to eat this.
No, nor should you, I think.
They see Jinx is eyeballing the maggots a little. It's like, I haven't eaten in a while, though.
You'll be fine, lad. Just sit tight for a minute.
Yeah.
You don't need the protein that badly.
Patience's eyes look like they're trying to dart back with a worrying look at the kids, but he can't move.
The kids have been underfed. What kind of parents are you? They need food.
Oh god, she's one of those moms.
Mm-hmm.
They certainly do. They have recently come under my care after being neglected.
So your command was halt, right?
Mhm.
Okay, he does not move. But Patience looks at her and says, "We can take care of them ourselves. You
They're
should go
doing a shit job. Look how skinny the one is. She's so skinny she doesn't even speak.
And you're doing a shit job at staying asleep as a soul in the afterlife, now aren't you?"
I can never rest because this family, it vexes me. We should be the greatest family. We should once again be kings and queens of this realm. But instead, we hunt beaver.
I know.
Some more obvious than others.
Kings and queens have been like not a thing for a while here, right?
It's been a while, but you do know that prior to my history is going to be a bit rough. Sorry for the lore keepers. Prior to, I think it's the foundation of Waterdeep under Agarthan, the first Lord of Waterdeep, the townmost house was at one point a monarchy controlling a small area of what would eventually become Waterdeep's hinterlands. Part of it, which is still part of your ancestral or part of your property lands, used to be a kingdom. So some families become nobles later. Yours were kings and queens that got annexed during the wars back in the old days.
Pride is the biggest downfall to man. Patience says back.
Oh my
In
god.
murder, I was murdered. Most foul. With house mouse chamber.
Patience,
He's still not moving. He's just talking from that very still position he's in.
I know, but Violet's turning around. I'm like, Patience, this is like my grandma. I'm not gonna go to your house and like start dissing your grandma, right?
I don't think he's doing anything violent. He's just protecting the kids. The same thing that Thana's doing.
Yeah, I'm talking as Violet.
Okay.
I don't think you want to meet my grandma.
If you
Meanwhile,
say so.
go to his grandma's house. I got this horn that has unlimited food, and you're so young. Here, eat.
Meanwhile, somewhere in the house is where she's at. She's like this
Ooh.
tiny little grandma home in the middle of the house. I made ground up imp donuts for everybody.
Oh boy.
Um,
I
la-
look.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
Lady Talmest, was there something? You said that the current state of the house is displeasing you. We cannot be kings and queens anymore. But what do you think we should do instead? Oh, and then everyone cut off. Great.
Now's her chance. Grab the kids and run.
Great, cool, super duper.
That's what I get for searching on the internet for information.
Yeah, close all that shit.
Yeah. So okay, anyway. Sorry.
Did they come through at all?
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
she's like, well, our house was so great until I died in the year of the unstrung harp. That's 1371 DR.
You said you were murdered.
Yes. Lady Halanta Melshimber murdered me. All because I had to reveal about youthful transgressions of hers. Because frankly, I hated the bitch. I wanted her family to fall, and typical. But no, she killed me. And then I still led the house until my grandkids decided to seal me in this area, preventing me from giving them advice and nurturing and advice on how to run the house properly. I mean, look, they've invited an orc into our bloodline. Nothing against orcs. It just doesn't look good on paper. Like,
Restrictions are set for a reason, Patience says.
Um,
Perhaps you
Well-
should consider why your children would do such a thing. They wouldn't do it out of malicious intent.
yeah, funny enough, me being here was actually an attempt at garnering favor with people.
Actually, they might have done it from malicious intent. Do your parents do that kind of stuff?
That's the idea. They're trying to distance themselves from doing bad things.
Oh, okay. I just know, there was that one house we went to when those dragons needed heisted. They had like the shadow dog outside and all that stuff.
That was someone else.
Deer? No. We're not part of the Gargorath fuckers. No.
Patience looks at
I
her.
might be a ghost, but I used to travel before I was locked in here. I know the secrets to every noble house prior to that blue flame shit.
Sorry, it's just you're
so
a grandma and you
you're-
just swore, and it was kind of jarring for me. I'm sorry.
You're gonna see Rogh perk up at the mention of stories. Oh. And just like in a flash, he's gonna be sitting at the table, pen in hand, like parchment on the table, like, go on.
Yes, so much hidden truths within the city. It's very interesting.
Oh yes, pull up some tea. Oh, I'm sorry, Violet.
We can exchange stories later. What I'm curious about is how many generations ago were you sealed away?
There was about. She gives a date. It's about 10 years before you were adopted.
So this must have been my grandparents' decision at that point.
I gotta get the time frame right here. Yeah.
I presume, anyway.
Yes, they were tired of my controlling ways, they said. But they dare not bring my body to rest because there are too much of cowards to do it. That's what I get for having cowardly children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren and cousins.
Well, to be frank, my parents never told me anything about the ceiling. I am sorry they did you like that.
Maybe you could help me, though. Help the family. Maybe.
What would you have us do?
No, not you. Just her. Only family can do it.
Yeah? What were you
Get your
thinking of?
siblings. You
Wait.
must recover the crown of Talmos.
Okay. It sounded like you said for just the briefest moment, you said eat your siblings. And I'm like, what?
I literally just put that.
No.
There's something you must do. Murder your siblings.
I mean, that might.
Only one will survive.
There can be only one.
To become truly a blood relative, you must devour their blood.
It's as weak of motives as that one guy at the end of Doctor Strange, where it's like, there's too many magicians. It's like, there's too many people in this family. You must murder them.
Mm-hmm.
Brother, sister.
Hunt them down in the woods like they do animals.
Jesus.
So good to see you.
This is the ultimate
You must
hunt.
die.
So long. You must die.
You must go to Talmos Keep and retrieve the crown. It will go a long way to recovering our family's greatness. And I may rest then.
Is the crown more of a status symbol, or is it an actual magical item?
Yes.
Both.
Both.
It's really fancy. It apparently, from what I remember, my great-granddaddy telling me, it has the power to control men's minds and women. It's not discriminatory.
So, if you don't mind, madam, you're worried about the safety and the protection of the kids. They're currently late for their classes. If you could let them go, and then we'll make sure they're properly fed.
They need to eat.
I will feed them. That is not an issue.
We own
They're very picky eaters.
we own a tavern.
Oh God! You feed them nachos? That is not proper food for nobles.
What are nachos?
Argo and calamari.
What
I
are
feed them mammoth meat.
what is a nacho, and why am I suddenly
Do I
interested?
still have mammoth jerky in my pocket?
It's like, ooh, man, that's fancy. Nacho. It comes from a traveler named Nacho. He made it. It's these little crisp chips. They're really delicious. Volo made them.
Oh, we should. Like, Patience's body can't move this whole time, right? But it's just like, oh yeah, maybe we should make some of those. That sounds nice.
It's really delicious. There's a family recipe for them in my room over there.
Oh, did you hear that? There's family recipe. Cool.
Yes, the family didn't like my cooking. They said it was too expensive for their tastes.
I'd see that.
Just because I require saffron and gold leaf on basically everything doesn't mean nothing.
Wait, you can eat gold?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt someone. It's very thinly sliced and sprinkled on things. It makes things taste really bad, though. But that's not what matters. What matters is we're so rich, we can eat gold.
I am passing the children mammoth jerky right now.
But fine, I guess that counts. Though they need water now. Jerky is very salty.
I'm looking to you guys. My water flask is definitely not filled with water.
It's like-
Neither is mine.
Yeah, we'll pass it to them.
Ooh, fire water.
I'm going to unhold Patience at this point. I trust Patience to not go wild. So,
Well, thank you.
is it your wish to be at rest then? Is it your wish to be at rest as a ghost?
I mean,
once the house is in order again.
yes, once the house is on its way to greatness again, I may rest, finally. They were such a great house. We were one of the best. We had masked lords and everything. At one point, my grandfather, at his era, every one of us sat on the council. And now, this, as she points to Patience.
Okay, to be frank, Patience that's a person not part of the family.
Oh, I thought you adopted him.
No. So you guys, you can deal with taking care of Dane and all that, right?
I mean, yeah.
I'm not gonna drag you along
No,
hunting a crown while
we're going with you. Who knows what's in that place?
This sounds like something that is a family matter that we should not intervene as much as I'd like to.
not just a family matter, but we are still kind of headhunted, and I think someone has to deal with that. I don't trust the watch to do it on their own, and the Grey Staff seem to rely on us instead the other way around.
I do notice that the atmosphere in the place is getting a bit lighter, more springtime. As you're talking, and it seems that
How
Lady Hara Talmos the First is not as
Aggressive.
vengeful. She seems to have calmed some. Like instead of red, she went blue. Color coding. Yeah.
how dangerous will it be for Violet to retrieve the crown?
It's just some drow that murdered a bunch of our family centuries ago. Her and her siblings, plus their army, can handle it.
I could possibly raise my siblings to the task. Since you have been sealed
Are
away,
your siblings combat ready?
They're hunters.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Everyone in the family is, for the most part, competent at hunting because they're furs and
Oh, okay.
that kind of stuff. Trappers.
Since you have been sealed away, you also probably don't know about my brother and sister as well. That there has been a bit of power struggle, turmoil going on.
Yes. Family has that. That's what the crown will solve.
Oh, you think that'll solve it? Well, if that'll stop everyone from going at each other's throats, that'd be amazing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, granted, you might all try to go for the crown, but the crown itself will choose the true heir of Talmos. It's one of those magic ones. Kind of like that sword that's in a stone.
I hope it chooses my sister then.
But I really doubt it will choose you.
Oh, I have no intention of. I'm the youngest of the three of us anyway.
Yes. Well, it's not the age, it's just you're not of the blood. I'm sorry, it's weird.
No, it's fine. I never wanted to attain power in the house.
You see, you're perfect in that way. I can trust you with the house stuff then. Because I know you're not going to try to screw it up. Because you don't desire it. Always need one of those people in a family. We had an uncle. He never desired anything except drink. It is what killed him. He went to go get alcohol at the bar and got ran over by a stagecoach.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Sloth is a horrible sin.
But they're so cute, though.
Well, I guess you could say I am willing to do this. I do owe Talmos my life, more or less. She's not gonna say anything else.
You're welcome to use some of the stored money in the other room that they haven't stolen from me. Those little. If you need to buy some more stuff for guards, like arrows. Inside joke.
So mean. Yes, give me 5,000 arrows right now, stat. I'm surprised though. If there was treasure, why have my parents not raided it then? Were they afraid of you?
I never told them it was there.
Probably smart of you then, yeah.
Yeah, I trust you more than them because they were greedy, money grubbing, avarice, gluttonous. They sealed me away because they didn't want to. They said my advice was archaic and out of date.
Well,
but the worst part.
I'm just looking at the moldy food in her.
I'm sorry.
Not saying shit.
I can't provide the freshest of food when nothing gets delivered.
Patience is already scooting the kids out the door.
I mean, there was that, a rat. Some reason the rats are still allowed in the area. I think they just never left.
They're considered family. Their house
Meanwhile, it just like goes, and 2 hours earlier, and it's just like, Jinx is just like, oh, it's a cute little rat. You could be my family pet now. Boom! All of a sudden, all of them have permission.
All of the rats that ever birth. Oh boy.
He goes through the door and he's like, come on, Whiskers, aren't you gonna come? And that's like what gave him permission to come through the barrier.
But yes.
Well, I'm going to tell the kids that everything's alright, and then that for the time being, I mean, you're not gonna hurt my children. There's no reason to be afraid.
I never planned on hurting them. I was going to feed them and tuck them in and keep them safe and sound.
I turn to everyone else. That's it. I mean, I'm not going to force you, but the kids would be safe here from Manchun, wouldn't they be? Like, no one else can enter. Not like Manchun can't do anything about it.
Manchun's still alive? Damn.
Oh yeah.
Dude takes a lot to kill.
Very persistent.
Wait, he was around even in your age?
Yeah, he was at his height of power. He was controlling the Black Network.
Oh. Well, fancy that. He's back and still controlling the Black Network.
That asshole! I'm a ghost and he's still around? Damn wizards! I knew I should have studied wizardry instead of other things in school.
Instead of proper dances.
I look to
and
Violet
calligraphy.
real quiet, and I'm like, how much weight does your family put on promises? Assurance that she won't hurt these kids if she would get pissed off.
I trust Talmos the First. I don't really trust my grandparents, but they're not really an issue here.
I mean, Patience is getting them out the door, though, right?
Oh yeah, he was already. If no one had impeded him, he was already like out the door. With
Right
the
before
kids.
you go out, though, she's like, "Halt! You forgot something." She hands you this bowl of hard candy that's been melted and conjoined to one big ball. They haven't had dessert. Take it.
I'm just saying, if things go bad, you can bring them here.
But maybe with
they don't.
fresh provisions this time.
Yes.
Yes, with food, obviously.
I'm edging out the door along with Patience, with the intent that as soon as we're out of sight of the room, to take off and use my incredible speed to get the kids out of here. Like pick one or two of them up, and because the thing is, we don't know what she did to them before we showed up. We're not 100% certain what she's up to.
I don't know why, but you look a little more mature. I don't know why.
Yeah, she scared 20 years off my life. She tucks her like much longer beard into her shirt first so I don't trip over it. Because the bottom half isn't braided.
Hey, yeah, your beard's
Yeah,
back at least.
My beard is beautiful.
So yeah, he's not going anywhere yet. He's still sitting waiting to hear about all these lovely little dirty laundry stories on the nobility from Gran.
Well, 3 years later. Oh my
catch
god.
up.
Yeah, I'm carrying one of the kids and got the other one on my back to sort of jog them over to the inn. And basically, like, you guys are okay. Did she hurt you? Did she do anything other than ask you to eat really weird moldy food?
She was very grandmotherly. We sat down and she told us stories and read from a book of etiquette.
Oh no.
And corrected my common. She said I spoke too like a low thoras version. I should be speaking more like high thoras. I don't even know what the hell thoras is.
Neither.
I think she
But-
means if you don't speak properly, you're going to have a thorath.
You're not there. But Violet does have a point. You guys are the only you guys on Town's family and us are the only ones that can walk into that hallway. If things go bad, why though?
So, what's his name?
Squiddly or Jinx?
Jinx is like, let me guess. You want it so that if that mean man comes back, we run here, hide in the room that has magical barriers to prevent things from going in and out, and hopefully we'll be safe there.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a fallout shelter. We don't expect you to stay there forever.
Well,
If something bad happens.
falling. What's falling out of a shelter?
Yeah, it's an old dwarf thing. We're real paranoid. It's fine.
It's from when the ceiling falls.
Oh, like a bunker. Okay, like a dwarven bunker. Okay.
But
I like to think Violet's family has cats just roaming around.
oh yeah, you know.
Yeah, I'm just sitting them down with Ina, and I'm like, get them whatever they want, ice cream, donuts. I don't care. They've had a long day.
All right.
And then once they're done, then I'm running ass back to the house Calmos to make sure that the ghost hasn't decided to wail on Rogh and Violet while we were gone.
Though she just told you a story of how Lady Halanta Milshimber, who's the one who murdered her, apparently in her youth. Okay?
Yeah, phone call.
You just don't mute me. Don't mute me.
I'm gonna answer the phone.
Okay. She's telling you the story about how apparently she overheard that in her youth, Halanta Milshimber had some indiscretions with Drow, which at the time is like, ooh, bad. Nowadays, you know, Drow are more popular.
It's still, I don't know.
Comparatively. Like this, essentially, from what you understand, almost destroyed House Milshimber.
I think Waterdeep and like the big cities like Waterdeep and Neverwinter are probably the only ones that tolerate Drow on the surface. I would think.
I think Silver Marshes might have because of Drizzt and the other good Drow back in the day.
As much as people like to bash on him, he at least gave good relations for some Drow to be on the surface. So.
But though this information is pretty old, she also just let you know about some other families that she's heard that they might have done things with certain demons and devils and embezzlements and Yeah, she keeps going. Most of this information is about 150, 200 years out of date. And then she starts going into the new stuff. How to properly put your bed sheets on the bed. And how you need to make sure that house sigil needs to be incorporated properly in your clothing so people know who you are without it seeming like you're bragging.
Dang. Does Rogh care for any of this?
I was good up until she stopped talking about, the gossip.
It's probably one of those things where, like, okay, she's going off. Maybe she'll come back. Come back. Nope. She's off to old person talk again.
Going, gone.
Oh, and
Can I try and use persuasion checks periodically to try and steer her back on topic? Please say
Yeah.
yes. That was a 24.
Oof.
Yeah, she starts gossiping, but the gossip is now like, oh, you want to hear more gossip? So, Lord, he was walking around wearing blue after high tide. No, you don't do that. That's just no. You need to switch color palettes. And then these two people, Lord and Lady, or Lady Blank and Lady Blank, showed up at a ball wearing the same dress, like same setup.
What came of that? Did anyone die?
No, but they haven't spoken in centuries.
Are they still
Yeah,
alive?
probably.
Oh, okay.
They never
So-
spoke.
Bit
They used to
like
be close.
for reconciliation then.
Yeah.
Well, this has been fascinating. Thank you for a lovely afternoon.
Violet's just glad she's in her uniform and not her usual clothing. That would probably rock Grandma's fashion sense.
You're showing ankle.
Wearing pants, you're bifurcated. All right, he'll roll up his scroll and put it away and make his apologies and make for the door.
Howdy.
Violet, I'll be seeing you later then.
I could luck with Manchun number 5 at this point.
Oh yeah, fuck that noise.
Yeah, he's about the fourth one you know about right now.
Mambo. He's a Mambo number 5.
Yeah,
That was the joke, yes.
all about the monsoon.
A little bit of Manchun on the side.
No, oh no.
That's good. That's good. Okay.
A little bit of Manchun. It's like every single time the lines go, it's just Manchun. It's the name. A little bit of Manchun.
Okay, who's good at editing? Should I do that?
I'm good at editing, but I don't know if I have the time for that.
No.
Also, copyright.
Well, it's you're editing it, so it's creative editing. You don't do the whole song, just a song. Like
Oh, just like
Yeah.
like a half a second snippet.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
YouTube can catch like the first 2 seconds of a song. I'm not joking, and it can completely shut down a video.
and YouTube's getting ridiculous.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's gonna get worse.
Yeah, especially in Europe, from what I hear,
This is why we can't have nice things.
or at least the EU part of Europe.
It's complicated. Let's leave it at
Yeah,
that.
I've seen some videos, and I was like, "Wow, I thought Brexit was a trash dumpster." It is.
Don't mention Brexit to an English person. Just don't.
Ooh, I should go in the one Discord and be like, Brexit.
That's like saying pro-Trump stuff to Americans. It's just like you're asking for trouble.
So,
Anyway.
Katrina coming back soon?
Can we take 10?
She's talking
Yeah.
with the the black staff on the sending stone.
Yeah,
for a
let's
bit.
take 10 so that Katrina come back, then we can finish things out and stuff.
I just like that you asked us if Katrina's coming back, as if in.
Woo. So, what did I miss? I remember hearing something about Rogue getting his ear gossiped off.
That's basically it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't really as informative as I thought it might have. I got one little dirty dish about some lady who had an affair with a drow. That was just super scandaloso.
Yeah, I mean, all of her gossip is probably 100 or more years old, so...
Yeah, but I was hoping I would find, hit on some dark family secret that would actually still have
I'm
weight.
pretty sure she's the dark family secret.
Yeah.
She probably gave you a few good stories that you could make some songs out of, though.
Oh, no.
That no one else knows about, because that's gossip from hundreds of years ago.
I started singing those songs in the tavern, and a couple weeks later, I got a knock at the door and a broken kneecap.
You used to be an adventurer. So, you guys kind of meet back up. Which
Yeah.
dude?
Yeah, I'll go back to the tavern after I finish interviewing Grand Tomo.
All right, kids. Now, what did you learn?
Yeah, we probably ran back to, at least I ran back to the Talmud's house to make sure they weren't getting mauled by Grandma Ghosty.
Not mauled in that way. They're souls,
Oh,
though.
boy. Okay.
All right, kids. Now, what did you learn about ghosts today?
That they're old, and this candy ball is not very that good. It's like a hard, sugarless candy.
But they're eating it anyway.
You just use it as a doorstop. She gave him like a 200-year-old fruitcake.
Go to drop it from like just normal height, and it like cracks the wood.
Oh, that's a normal fruitcake in America.
Yeah.
Because apparently other countries have good-looking fruitcakes. You got this dense piece of crap here.
Our K ration.
Yeah. Ugh.
Holiday comestible and substitute building material.
It's true.
So, at the tavern, a few moments later, you see the black staff walk in. Almost good timing.
Have we returned to the tavern at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what I said when you guys returned
Okay,
to the
okay.
tavern.
Oh yeah. Well, who is
Nice.
the arm again?
Yeah. The arm's just hanging there off the counter.
Hey, just
Wow,
a few more
Terry.
limbs and we've got a complete troll over the mantle. Harry, my son, why?
Oh, yeah, I'd like to ask Patience if she thinks maybe we could enlist the help of his taxidermist cousin and get this arm stuffed and mounted. Yes, exactly that. I want that like hanging up on the wall underneath the troll head.
I don't know. This is a nice neighborhood. I think that'd be kind of a rude gesture to have it in front of the tavern.
I think she
Mhm.
did it. I think no, we bring it inside. We
Oh
put it
yeah,
over the
it's over the fireplace.
Oh, is there like a convenient end part of the bone that's just like poking out of it?
No, it's a clean cut.
Oh.
Nice. Gross.
Okay. Well, he holds it on the cut end, and he just like has it in the fire. He's just holding it in the fire.
Hey, you're
Yeah.
ruining the belt. What the hell?
Cool.
Well, he's making sure he doesn't come back.
Oh.
After it stops
We don't
moving,
know what happened to the other half of him. He might be dead on the other end.
after it stops moving, he throws it, the rest of it in the fire.
So you just burn the arm to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It squeals.
Ugh.
It's best not.
Oh.
It's best not to take chances. I use
Does it have
prestidi-
like left hand in the palm?
I use prestidigitation after the flesh is burned away to take out the fire. And I go, and he pulls out the bones.
I imagine there is a very big, like, mastiff just staring at you right now. Doing the, like, overly gross, massive amount of drooling.
I give the kids the knuckle bones for like, I forget. There's a lot of medieval children's
It's called
games that
knuckle
had
bones.
knuckle bones.
Bone
So.
dice, yeah.
So there you go.
Best games
There you go.
for kids.
And then I give the dog the largest bone.
Well, he's gonna be useless for 3 days.
3 days. You see him nod, and then it just like regenerates.
I mean, how big as a bone is it? I mean, it's gonna take some time to get through it.
Troll arms. They're
Yeah, it's gonna take a
huge.
while for him to get through that thing.
We also thought the same thing when we gave Terry a bone.
That's fair, but Terry is a special kind of dog. Yeah, long-lasting bones usually last him about 5 minutes. I think the longest it's ever taken him was 3 hours, and that was with a raw bone from like the biggest part of the cow.
Yeah, it wasn't that big. It was like
Well,
anyway. So
anyway,
the
yeah.
black staff walks in. It's like, oh, you guys are back finally.
So,
She has an ice
that
thing.
is the new Manchun's forearm, and I'm pointing to the bone that the dog has. Apparently,
Explanation?
he's a troll now.
Wild magic event. The capture
Ah.
went a bit wrong, and we were beginning to initiate the capture. He was alive and also a troll, and he was at least peaceable until we started insisting that he come with us, and he tried to get out of it, and there was about to have to be a fight.
Well, okay, so he asked for us to go back to Waterdeep, get a scroll of teleportation, and come back. And then I wasn't really sure what his plan was. Like, is he gonna go with us back to Waterdeep and answer your questions, or do you think he was just gonna?
He said he was going to go home.
Yeah, that's
He's
not what
probably
we
going to
wanted.
go back to Xantar's Keep to see if he could reestablish himself.
Yeah,
probably would not
that's
have
not
worked
what we
out too
want,
well.
though, right?
No. That'd be another active Manchun.
Yeah. So
No.
I'm thinking when we make our way back there, we just beat the shit out of him.
Well, the troll is still there.
And also probably very, very
Did you
angry.
do something with your hair? And you look older.
Yeah, we ran into a ghost earlier today. It's been a long day.
Do I need to roll a religion check to see if... I'm going to roll a religion check on the ghost aging thing. See if there's... how you could cure the aging process. No, I don't. Never mind.
That is fine with it. My beard is luxurious and amazing right now.
Yeah, ghost aging, you have 24 hours to get a greater restoration cast upon you.
Oh boy.
Okay, so it's not a curse. Got it.
Do you think we could just
I don't think
bill it
any
to
of
House
us.
Talmust?
Hmm?
We could go see a cleric and bill it to the House Talmust. It's their responsibility.
I mean,
I don't think any of us have access to greater restoration yet, do we?
Nope.
Nope, that's a 5th level spell. Fuck that noise.
No, we'll need the services of a cleric, I think.
Hope it's not too expensive. I mean, Violet would pay it for you. I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
who actually, if you know anyone personally that has it. Manchun. Yep. Mark.
Mert has the spell?
Yeah, I like saying his name.
He is funny.
Mark.
And the other
Dana
water...
is currently braiding the bottom half of her beard. Just so it's out of the way and I don't trip over the damn thing.
Yeah, it looks like you don't personally know any real high-level divine casters. Most of the people you know are arcane.
We have gone to a cleric before, though, to try and...
Yep. Church of Tyr.
One of us got mind whammied by the brain chihuahua way back in the day.
Oh, I was thinking, I got turned older from a ghost as well, and I think we went to the Church of Tyr and just...
Didn't you also go somewhere to have a talk with dead?
That was probably the
I
same
don't
church.
remember where we went to for that.
Probably the same church. The one I keep
No, I think
taking
I
guys
think
to.
that was through that was actually through the Grey Hands. Because we were like, hey, this might be useful. And they're like, cool, we'll arrange for somebody to help you do that.
Yeah, Tyr clerics are great for that. You should worship Tyr.
Oh, hell to.
Tear.
Oh god, there he is. He's back. It's Troll Shun.
I just offended the shit out of the dog. I'm like throwing treats to him to keep him occupied. And along in here, because my mother's terrified of making him fat, she's just got regular kibble. So I threw like treat kibble. And he's just like,
No.
like he ate it, but he looked very disappointed in me.
The kids tried to train chorizo like that with kibble bits and not treats, and I'm like, guys, it's not going to work. He's not motivated by normal food.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so did you want us to try to bring this troll version of him back here?
Or should we just gank his ass?
Or would it be better we just dispose of it? Or try to, at least.
I'm thinking if you can manage to bring his head back alive, or him himself, we could get information. Otherwise, kill. In other words, don't risk your lives to bring him back alive if you kind of determine you can't.
Okay.
I
don't want you to die just, when you don't need to.
Even if he dies, you guys can, as long as we bring the head back, you guys can cast Speak with Dead. You only get a few questions, but it's better than nothing.
Well,
It's
troll now. He
he's
doesn't survive. It's just a head.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Truthfully, I don't trust any part of him that would still be,
No, we'd have to have like in shifts, like every 20 minutes, somebody takes a torch to him.
Dang.
I mean, it's the only way to keep the whole mansion from growing back. Bright side, I don't think he can cast spells because he's just a head and he can't do somatic components.
I have an idea. Get yourself a glazed ceramic dish, like a casserole. Get yourself a little acid and put it in the bottom of the bowl, and then set the head down in the ceramic.
That's not bad. I think a jar might be more efficient. But yeah, no, we can definitely do that. That is so cruel.
Evil people.
That is extremely,
Patience looks at alignment. I'm indifferent, no way or the other. Morals, I do not have.
I feel like the fire every 20 minutes would be more of a pain in the ass, but would be a little bit more humane.
I mean,
So,
Rogue's
burning
chaotic
every
good,
20
so
more humane than just
Than
putting him in
constant agony.
Is
Because
burning
he's
not...
still alive the whole time, and he can feel himself being burned with acid
They're
24/7 until we come back to
both
town.
pretty cool.
They are, but what
there's not a good option here.
Well, we could torture him one way, or we could torture him another way.
It's a bad person anyway, so I don't know why you're so...
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm thinking, like, this is long overdue for him.
I mean, yeah, but they're not all the same person. For all we know, this one's only been awake for 20 minutes before we walked in the front door.
I don't know of any,
It's been longer than that.
I don't know of any Sword Coast laws that make that illegal, so, whatever. Either way works.
All right.
Acid pruning.
So I guess I'm gonna go buy a jar that can fit his noggin and has a lid. Oh, and that's also right. Even if he could use verbal, most spells you need to actually be able to see somebody. So if it's an opaque jar with a lid, then yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go do that and buy some acid.
Go get yourself a big glass pickle jar.
Well, if it's
Kids are like
if it's not
eating a
clear,
big pickles out of the jar.
if the jar isn't clear, then he can't cast spells through it,
You can
and
just
he
put
doesn't
him
know where he
in
is.
the pickle jar with the pickle brine. It's slightly it's
Acidic.
acidic, yeah,
I-
and it'll make him taste good when you bring him back.
Okay,
It'll keep him
now
fresh.
we're getting into some really gross stuff. If he's just a head, how is he breathing?
He'll have no ability for verbal components.
Or
And
talk,
no
or be
way
able
to make
to,
somatic components either.
or be able to talk.
Meanwhile, at the old keep, I got a feeling some people are going to do some bad stuff to me.
The dog is very concerned for Troll Shun.
I think he's just concerned about all the wasted troll meat here.
I already have 2 vials of acid, so yeah, I'm gonna go find myself a big ass jar with a lid.
I think
Yeah, that was for the dragon, right?
Huh?
The acid.
Scary. I don't remember why we got the acid.
Pretty sure it
I
was
was
for the
just like,
dragon.
that sounds useful. I'm gonna do it.
Maybe it's because you
No,
were-
I think I got it because this was before I had that level of rogue. So I'm like, when we run into a locked door, I just melt the lock off because I don't have thieves' tools.
Is there?
Alright.
So if we are not able to bring it back, is there anything you'd want to know about it? Anything you think we should retrieve?
Any
Besides,
information and journals, all that stuff you can.
he said his spell book was ruined, but we could try to bring that back if that helps at all.
I think he actually said it was taken.
Something about apprentice, whatever that is. I'm a warlock. I don't know those things. Apprentice. I just get my stuff for no reason.
Lucky you. I had to study.
Studty.
Yeah.
Is that like?
I found you a pickle jar.
Is that like how they describe leather that's studded? It's like studdy.
Anyway,
Yeah, so how much does a big ass pot with a lid cost?
pot with a head or the
You're
jar
buying
with a head?
you're buying pot and acid on our trip into Waterdeep. Wow,
No, it's just
Nice.
someone knows how to party.
Right?
20 extra years is
I
added
was
you some
thinking a
freedom.
jug.
You're like that grandma at a rave, you know? You're like, I don't care anymore.
It's true.
Be about a gold
Done.
or dragon.
I'll twirl those glow sticks. Alright, anyway.
Okay, miscellaneous. Troll-sized jug.
Alright, so I guess we're walking on foot this time?
I mean, I presume so.
Wait, Blackstaff, is there any way you could just teleport us there? We
I mean,
if we
how
offered
will-
money. Or you know of
Can
a
we
mage
describe it?
that you're really busy, so do you know another mage we could go to for this kind of service?
I certainly would like to stop in at the Temple of Suna and see if I could get me some restoration done.
Oh yeah, he's got a point. And
Oh.
we could maybe use a rest.
Oh yeah, both of them are old now.
Yes.
I really could use the rest. It's been 20 years.
I know a magister who's been close to that area, so I will have him meet you tomorrow around 10.
Sure, yeah.
Sounds good.
He's a bit odd.
A lot of people in the city are.
Gotta
We're
be
pretty
odd.
odd ourselves.
When you work with the magisters, the watch, the guard, you end up being a bit odd.
Fair.
Points to my patience.
Oh, I should sign up for the whatever the spellcaster thingy Waterdeep has. That's both in and out of character. I totally forgot the name that you just said.
Yeah, Holy Order of the Magisters or something.
Yeah, the
like
Magisters.
That.
Yeah.
I feel like you're registered with them, but you're not like actually part of the
Right.
guild.
Well, he hasn't registered yet, but
Well,
probably
every
should.
spellcaster that doesn't want to be arrested just puts their name down. There's a difference.
It's basic the sign-in sheet versus signing up to be a guard.
Oh, I thought it was a almost like the draft, where like if the city's in trouble, all the spellcasters that have signed it are called in.
It's more
to
like
help.
a registration, so they know who the spellcasters are and can kind of keep track who's coming in and out.
Okay. He would have signed whatever that was then, I guess.
So they know who is high enough level to summon the demon.
Another demon? It's Fred. Let's go get him.
Be like, well, if there's only 10 wizards in the city that are high enough level to cast this thing, we're gonna go visit all their houses.
Killed by firebolt. Alright, so you go to Temple of Sune. It's a nice, lovely House of Beauty.
Question: do I think if I go there that they can restore my wondrous beauty of youth while keeping the beard?
You can't tell the difference.
That's
Other
fair.
than your
Okay,
beard on
no,
it. I
I'm
mean,
fine. I'm fine then.
Yeah.
If I don't look
20
any different other than the beard, I'm fine.
20 years for a dwarf is like 2 for a human.
Yeah, I literally just reached the age of adulthood like 5 years ago. It's the difference between like 18 and 25 to me.
Oh yeah, you're
That's
fine.
still 20 less years in your life.
20 less out of 700. You know.
Out of, well, 350, but I mean, I'm an adventurer, let's face it. I'm not going to live that long anyway.
I mean, yeah, the
Oof.
probability for meeting a natural death of old age is very slim.
Not anymore.
That's the
Mr.
way
50.
it works with adventurers. Like, chances are you're not really going to get there.
Dying of old age is very slim.
Ah,
Yeah, so the Temple of Sune, lots of beauty. You see paintings and very well decorated. Very beautiful place. Fitting for the goddess of beauty. There's a statue in the middle, like a large statue of her that's, nicely done, not too raunchy or anything, because that's actually a different goddess who's the goddess of raunch and thirst.
Tasteful eroticism.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like
Rogh, I think, probably has spent a lot of time in this temple before all of this nonsense with the tavern and the dragons and all of this shit that made him get responsible.
so a priest walks up. He's basically wearing like somewhat loose-fitting pants. One of those romance novel shirts that are just really,
so like just showing enough chest hair to be like, yeah, hey girl. Like Harlequin level romance novel.
Is there always a constant breeze blowing?
yeah. So
It's just Fabio.
Everything smells like roses.
Welcome, brothers and sisters, to the Temple of Sune. How can we be of assistance?
Well met and long time no see. And he's gonna look him over, praisingly, stroke his beard thoughtfully. We ran afoul of a ghost not too long ago, and I'm not feeling as useful as I used to have. Any
look a
chance
bit
would your
old.
cleric be in?
Well, there are lots of clerics in. It's a temple. But you want one that can cast a spell that can
use
fix
greater
the...
restoration.
Yes. And that is a
Right.
some level spell.
Greater Restoration is a 5th level spell.
So that's level 9.
Yes.
Fairy!
Oh, well, we're muted.
No, we're muted.
That's what I
Hell,
meant.
man. He's like, I hear people. People.
I'm trying to remember where the price chart for that is.
Can't. I don't know if
You
you're.
can look it up.
I don't know if you're sending those messages just to me or not.
I'm sending them to a handful of people.
Oh, okay.
Okay, hold on.
I was sending them privately so that it would hopefully slow your computer down a little less. Yes, 9th level spellcaster. Yeah, the price is different than what's suggested in the book versus what is like Adventure League standard.
Because you're like so good to things in the past. We know you guys. And you work for the city. We know you. You too. The high priest can probably do it for about 200 gold. 200 dragons. Is that right?
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
And allow me to add another 100 gold donation to the table.
Oh, that's so great. Let me go get her. A few moments later, a half-elf walks out. Beautiful, because if you were a cleric or priest of any kind of Sune, she requires good-looking people. As in Tui, her specialty priest, I think, need a 16 charisma.
Bam!
Yeah. She don't like the folks.
Apparently.
So, they cast a spell, get the money from you, restore your youth.
Oh, that's so much better. Do we have time? Oh, please tell me we have time to spend a little time in prayer and contemplation.
Well, you can pray at the statue. You're good.
I think Rogh was looking for more of a one-on-one session with a priestess.
Oh, no. This is the temple of Sune,
Oh,
not the temple of Shares. Come on.
I love that. Oh, no.
I'm too busy for that. I gotta go talk to my husbands first anyway.
Oh my. Well, then far be it from you. And then he'll just go and spend a few minutes talking to Sune and then come back.
Yeah.
It's great. Just a
Try to
priestess.
bar and let that happen.
Just a priestess being like, oh, no. Sorry, I'm just really tight on that. That's really funny. There's like polite, but also surprise refusal.
I am a little tempted to see if I can find myself a
Oh, yeah, you finish that sentence, please.
what? No, to find a pair of boots of striding and springing.
That
Okay.
had nothing to do with what we were just talking about.
Okay.
I know.
Until
in the
you said
chat,
boots of springing, that all was going really south.
I was in the chat. I just mentioned while we're in town, do we want to buy anything before we go fight Troll Shun?
Now I'm
And it
tempted
was
to buy a pair of.
Yeah.
Now I'm just imagining like you standing in a brothel, like, I want to buy
There's like butt.
boots.
There's like a butt, and then there's like boobs. And it's like, which pair should I buy?
Yeah, they're like separated. It's this is for the boob people and this is for the leg people. Yeah, so that's a thing.
Or never mind.
I mean, you did technically leave Ocher by himself somewhere.
We did.
He'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Wow. They're playing chess.
He's got like the one little baby arm wiggling off the end.
It's like new and smooth. Give me a few moments.
If I hold my spell book with this, it'll seem a lot bigger than normal.
Oh no.
And Deadpool.
Oh god.
Dead
Oh.
tune.
We got the mature content check mark on here. We can. Don't worry.
M for Manchun.
M for Minchun, yes.
The following episode is rated M for Manchu.
So, anything else you guys planning on?
We need to take a long rest for sure.
Yeah.
During a long rest, I like to think, being a celestial warlock, you kind of like being praying for spells every day, so to speak. I was just gonna switch some cantrips up, aka, have one that does fire damage.
Cantrips that do fire?
Yeah, crazy, right?
I know.
I didn't have a single one, and I have like 10 cantrips. I'm like, oh well.
He's now a Pact of the Tome.
Yeah.
He gets like three more cantrips.
And I get 2 innate ones already from the celestial warlock thing at first level.
You get light.
That's not fire damage.
So, yeah.
Flickus Pickus.
Oh, darn it. My 20 temporary HP's gone. Just remember.
Do we have an alchemist jug? We don't have an alchemist jug. Not in this campaign, I don't think.
That
What are you guys talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking
In
about.
the chat, Rogh mentioned something about can an alchemist jug make acid, but I don't have one written down.
I thought you had one. Wasn't it like a magical item you picked up a while ago?
I don't
You
think
know, we
so.
had the same conversation a couple of weeks ago.
I'm
Am
sure
I
we
just
did.
like, is this like a sticky memory of mine that's like just not real?
Apparently, I know we have one in Marcus.
You can make vials of acid and vials of alchemist fire with alchemist
Maybe I just
tools.
I think it's just the fact that I expect Thana to have an alchemist jug,
I-
like so she can make her own room, her own booze.
I mean, I just buy my own booze. It's going to be better than anything that comes out of the alchemist jug anyway.
The general rule I've seen for 5th edition for like crafting is the materials just cost half the actual prices.
But you also got to get the recipe and everything. To
Yeah,
make items.
I don't have alchemist tools. I'm just gonna freaking go buy it.
Yeah.
I've got over 1,000 gold.
I don't
like-
know. I don't know. Somebody just unleashed a vial of acid, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dog has been crop dusting us all week.
Oh, cloud kill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you guys try that slice of cheese meme?
Oh,
And he
no.
just ate it.
No, he's just him.
He's been having some dog issues.
Yeah, he's had a lot of stress over the last couple of days.
But off the dog farts. Riveting conversation. Thank you, audience, for being with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Um,
long rest, and you were buying acid vials, right?
Yeah. I'm wondering, should we also get some potions? I know I got some last time.
Oh yeah. I had a commission for a bardic instrument in the works. Do we remember how much time has transpired since we left out of here, got to the Citadel?
That was like 2 weeks, wasn't it? Or no, not even
It's
2
only-
days. 2 days.
Yeah, it's only been 3 days
Okay.
since
Alright.
they started that, and that takes a while.
No, that's fine. I was just trying to make sure we were tracking it.
So
And do we determine if Violet is coming with us, or is she staying here to deal with the town moose stuff?
She's staying to deal with the things, right?
Okay.
she's gonna get a group of men and
Yeah.
ladies.
So I
up
might do it
for us,
off screen, but I'm gonna probably buy some more healing potions, considering we won't have her around for a little bit of extra help.
Since
So you gotta
patients,
buy them.
And
And-
Patience is probably going to burn through his healing very quickly, considering we're taking
Your
on a
neighbor-
freaking troll that can also cast Fireball.
Your neighbor's very happy for once. You're actually going to them.
Yeah, this
Right.
is like the second time we've been to see her in 3 days. We'll see that.
They're like, monies. People never come to me for some reason. It's like everyone forgets that I'm the alchemist of the
What
place.
are you talking about? That's not a thing that I've ever done ever.
patients will summon as a ritual before we head out an unseen servant in the quarters at Violet's house where the ghost is at to do dusting and stuff. You know, make it a little more hospitable.
So
Every time it
Yes.
dusts, the dust just comes back.
just remember, healing is 50. Greater healing is 250. For healing potions.
Okay. Cool. Nifty.
Let's see. How long does Unseen Servant last? I think it's an hour.
I think so, yeah. Or 10 minutes, one or the other. It's not days. You have to cast it a whole bunch of times for it to last that long. Unseen servant, duration 1 hour.
Yeah.
But it can get a decent amount of dusting done in 1 hour,
Nice.
which lasts for, yeah, who knows how long.
I have to stay within 60 feet as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe not then.
All right. So next day.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy one more greater healing and we'll see.
All right.
Hang on, let me do math.
All right.
3 more common healings, and then we'll pass them out however they go.
All right. So thinking now would be a good time to end right before the wizard comes to teleport you back to where you go.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
We have so many wizards in this. I was like, wait, Manchun's coming. Crap!
Yeah, same.
The magister who has
Yeah.
been near the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I was a little too in character. I was like, oh god, I assume things right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
all right. So with that, we will end today's session.
Yay!
Yeah.
See some announcements.
Check out Sirenscape. They're awesome.
Again, today was our last official session with our friend Alexis.
Yeah, she's
Um,
awesome.
Thanks.
Um,
Thank you
what,
for having me.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
What other games are you doing right now where people can find you though?
Yeah, so I've been cutting down on some games, but you can still catch me on the now, I don't know, 2-3 months running Numenera game on RPG Lab. That is always Wednesdays evenings for Europe time, so a bit earlier for USA. And I will be posting various stuff on my Twitter. I'll be working on some games. I've participated in a podcast episode as well that should upload within April sometime. So go over there. It's at Game Seizure.
Yeah.
Friday is the first of our corruption retroverse
Wee.
side. So it's Retroverse Season 2 Corruption, as opposed to last week, which was Vaccination
Yeah,
or Vaccine.
it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see your characters. They're gonna be so fun.
I'm going to be posting after this game another character for the corruption campaign. So, on
Ooh.
Twitter. So I guess it's my shout out. Before we fully end it tonight, Patience would he gives Violet a deck of cards that he has,
Oh.
and it's themed after the Troll War, the second Troll War, we'll say, of Waterdeep. He's like, I got this when I first started with the watch. And, you've done a good job watching over everybody, especially me. So thank you.
Oh, well, thank you a lot.
It's not much, but
Oh, it's not the monetary value of things that matter. And I will give you back. I think it was a ring for the headband. Or what was it?
Kevin, do you remember? If not, we'll just go with a ring.
Yeah. We go with
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay.
So she takes off the ring and puts it back into her hand.
Okay.
Well, I hope I hope that both of us survive the next weeks and we get to drink at the tavern again.
We will.
That's a promise. Puts out the hand.
Hey.
He puts out a hand.
Shakes your hand.
Do the ridiculously over the top.
Throw you
maybe
behind
not.
me.
Maybe not predator handshake, but that same level of like clap,
Enthusiasm.
flex muscles. You know. I don't have your muscles, but
I'm not trying to break hand,
I'm
no.
gonna try and climb on a chair to give Violet a hug. Because it occurs to me I'm fucking tiny compared to you.
I'm not gonna let you climb a chair. I'm just gonna pick you up and hug you.
Alright.
well, don't forget us little people when you're noble.
Hey, if I become a hidden lord somehow, I'll call you. Don't worry.
Never see them again.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Alright.
All right.
So, with that, we will see everyone next week. Well, audience, we'll see you next week. So, bye for now.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.